We go. Alright, welcome back to Metal Heroes Review, episode 98. Told you after first watching the anime I would come back to this, and I have. Here I'm discussing 6 episodes of Jiraiya, from 33 to 38. And oh boy, there's a lot of development, of course, of these 6 episodes alone. In 33, we have the return of Lightning Ninja Wild, who is still in Japan after his previous appearance back in, I think it was like episode 20. And he believes it's only been 13 episodes since his previous appearance. He does return after this, don't worry. Or basically, he reunites with Jiraiya and wants to fight with him. And the source kind of play a small role in the episode, where they basically just have a guy who stole some secrets, and apparently, well, Jiraiya does know the guy who stole secrets, who stole this because apparently he sells ninja secrets. He's basically like a broker, in a way. As for how he met him, never really explained. The guy just dies. Oh yeah, there was a key to this locker, which as soon as Wild gets behind it, it's like, yeah, it's basically at this point, it's like the Demon Clan just shoved out the episode at that point. It's like, oh, mission failed. They're done. And then Wild and Jiraiya have a fight, which of course, Wild wins. Not Wild. Where Jiraiya wins and Wild becomes an ally. Make him the third world ninja, basically. Actually, fourth one, become an ally of the team. Yep. Very interesting one, that one. Yes. Nice to see him back. First time in 13 episodes. Great to see him again. Yep. Oh yeah, he does reference basically about tricking him. So, in the case of 34 and 35, this is a two-parter, and this is one of the big major steps of the series, progressing the series forward. Oh, heck yes. Here's what happens. So, we have the Sorcerer Clan, Demon Clan, looking for something. And they come across, they see these couple and their daughter, where they come across a box with a skull and is looking for the skull, which apparently is going to summon something. Eventually they do find it. Jiraiya gets involved. And also we get development on the jar. Yes, the thing has been there since episode 1. We see it glowing, and we know Rhea basically has the same glow as the actual jar. Looks, oh yeah, crisis coming, so go to this particular mountain near Mount Fuji, and of course, basically, Daisuke proceeds to basically shoot the skull, which basically summons a giant demon. And I was like, what the heck is that? And I'm thinking, doesn't the Sentai exist in this world? Have these people never seen a giant monster before? Excuse me, that episode ends with the debut. We see the ground shake, and this actually is a rolling episode 37. Because for some weird reason, instead of following with the main plot in like episode 36, they decided to skip that episode and have it where it resumes episode 37. Before I continue about 34, by the way, the Demon Clan is not in the episode. The whole thing of that one is just, oh, we catch a thief who happens to be a fortune teller or two. Not much to that one. It felt like, though, that would just basically fill in the shocking revelations of episode 34, 35. So we see this giant mech come out of the ground. Looks like a giant samurai. Named, Jiraiya. Yes. Yep. Who basically doesn't do much anything, keeps getting hit. As soon as Daisuke sees it, he proceeds to order his monster destroyed. So then Jiraiya basically gets angry over the fact that this thing is getting injured. So then his eyes glow like Jiraiya's eyes, and then they kind of merge bodies, and eventually he just fights the demon and kills him, and eventually Jiraiya finds the skull, smashes it, with something again. And, well... Oh yeah, and also, we also have debut of these quick characters who basically know as Killer and Commando, who are mercenaries for the Demon Clan, who get killed off by Jiraiya at the end of 35. Yeah, these two don't really do much anything else. In fact, they have good weapons, but just like, yeah, I didn't remember about them. It's like, you watch the episode, you kind of forget the fact you're there. At one point, prior to the thing showing up, Jiraiya is captured. Yes. Which I think is actually the first time he's ever been captured in this series. And of course, because it's Japan, put him on the cross with chains. But 34-35, I thought this episode was really good. I would say so far, I would say of these 6 episodes, 36 is the weakest. Like, I like 33, I thought it was a good story with that one. 34, 35, obviously plot-driven episodes, and then basically going back to plot-driven episodes with 37, 38, where we have 2 brand new characters debut, and we get development on the G skill. We stayed way too long per se. Yeah. Also, I believe it was in 35, I think it was, they get the other half of Tao back from Demon Clan, which they don't go after it in 37. Because some changes made to the series, probably because, and this is my personal guess anyways, I think the ratings must have been slipping at this point, and I guess the writers of the show must have been like, we need to do something to spice up the show. I guess like, ooh, I know, bring in a 50-year-old with sex appeal. We'll get to that. So then, of course, this episode also features the return of Castle Ninja Baron Owl. First time we've seen him since episode 19. Yes, 18 episodes between appearances, which is something with the exception of the stock footage scene 29. Yeah, this first time he's making appearance since that point. So, and then of course, basically they go to the area where Jisoo was, and like, oh, this is evil place, and they come across these chains, and then the first person to meet who was in those chains is the younger brother. I thought this was interesting. And we see his floating head. Who this is, I'll get to in a minute. And we see his headless body. Eventually, this thing does confront the Demon Clan, and this is going to be Space Ninja Deathmount. Yep, this episode is actually his debut appearance. And the whole thing of him removing his head, he didn't do that in Space Squad. Yeah, I thought that was kind of weird. Because that was the first time I saw this guy, was in Space Squad. And yeah, here he just takes his head off. Like it's nothing. And apparently he was in prison area by Jiraiya's ancestor. And right after Demon Clan meets with him, and then Daisuke is surrounded by webs. Because we have Moroku Sango make a return to Metal Heroes. I think this was our final character here played Metal Heroes. Because I'm trying to think, I think it was like, I'm trying to think, it's on my head. I think we just a year prior, he was actually in Masked Man, doing that one-shot character who was the mother of one of the characters' of one of the show's villains. I think after this, I don't think she did anything of Tokusatsu for a while. When I saw from her appearances, she didn't pop up in Kamen Rider after this. No. Basically, her next appearance after this will not be until Zoo Ranger. Yes, believe it or not, Zoo Ranger when the show wraps up. So, oh yeah, and also the fact that Daisuke first, her comments are on beauty. I should point out that Moroku Sango at this point was 50 when this episode aired. 50 years old. And you look at her like, wow, she looks really good for her age. For 50. I think when she popped up on Zoo Range, which came out 4 years later, she was only 54. She still looked pretty good for her age. She took very good care of herself prior to her passing in 2006, mind you. Yeah, and this one, and she's playing a character by the name of Sorcerer Ninja Spider. Has this really spider-like outfit, like she's Spider-Woman from Marvel Comics. Her being a witch is interesting. With the whole webbing thing. Like, that's a new gimmick for her because... Also, by the way, that's not the first time where she appears in a show where she's not the main villain. Though, I do think it's kind of weird you bring in Moroku Sango, who last appeared in my favorite series with Spellbond. Now... yeah. And by the way, she's here for the remainder of the series. Also, Daisuke likes her for some reason, and Zara's like, Really, Dad? I thought that was interesting. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, basically, she meets Jiraiya, and then eventually his father shows up, which, like, yeah, he knows who she is, and then he gets caught up because he's actually been absent for the previous couple episodes. Like, unlike his last absence, where there was a reason why, because he participated in a World Ninja Conference, this time there was no reason for his disappearance. He just simply was not there the previous couple episodes. So, after finding out they meet Despot, Jiraiya fights him briefly, and then he just leaves like halfway through 38. Oh, and Daisuke can apparently use magic powers now, which I'm like, when could he do that? Oh, Ninja Spider basically probably taught him, and the fact that she was there, like, and apparently according to Tozan, he says that Osuke hooked up with her after he left the Taiju Ninja Clan. Yep. So, all in all, I think 37-38 was a great shakeup for the series. But you could say the shakeup started with 34. 36 felt like basically usual status quo with the show. It felt like pre-shakeup. But also with this particular video, I have about 12 more episodes of the go for Jiraiya. And then that's it. Yep. But yeah, that's took a view. Please be sure to like and subscribe to notifications. I'm getting kind of tired. I just did this because I wanted to. So, I'll see you all tomorrow before I end this video here. Does it be curious? Where's our last great rise in the world or the brilliant healers in life darkness? Well, they both didn't come out today. I've been checking. Nope, they weren't released today for reasons. So, who knows how it's going to be tomorrow with the Apothecary Diaries and Fire Force. I'll find out tomorrow with those two, okay? But those two are maybe, along with more Jiraiya, maybe a comic corner, okay? Thanks, too. Bye.